Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kiki and Kibbitz. It's me, Mary and Ashley, and we are here today with our Bravo TV trash talk, and we are covering Wife Swap Housewives Edition, Episode 2, the Melissa Gorga Switch. Okay, Ashley, if you were going to give this episode a grade, like it was in school, what grade would you give it?
A plus 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 plus. We're supposed to be doing trash talk, but I am really happy with the way things are going right now. So I don't know how much trash talking I'm going to be doing because honestly, I thought this episode was so great.
Yes, so did I. Okay, first off, Michelle Clark, she is a fucking trip. She is a trip. I love,
Very relatable for me, a lot more relatable than that lady that lived off the grid.
yes.
This lady was one thing that she did that was different. I said was she acted way more excited to be famous.
Hmm.
Like she walked in and was like, "Ooh, everything is so nice and fancy," which is like you have 2 days. Like just, she did take the makeup off right away, but
Exactly. Exactly.
she did love that. So I don't know. I just thought she was great and messy. Like I'm messy, but not as messy as her. So that felt really good too because I was like, "Oh, I'm not that bad." I mean, on the spectrum, I'm like nowhere near Melissa, but I'm like somewhere a little past that lady. So I feel
Exactly.
pretty good about myself.
Same here. I mean, I am disorganized, but not as disorganized as she is. But I'm
Yeah.
not as organized as Melissa.
That would be, I mean, if we're being real about it, that would be, I mean, everybody thinks that's the dream, right? Because she even hit it on the head that once it's clean, you want to keep it clean. And
Right.
it's like, so if I moved into a mansion tomorrow, I would probably change my habits.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And I thought that part was real.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that the Clark family is a double Dutch family,
Mm-hmm.
double Dutch aerobics. Really cool. I actually looked up their site. Let me pull that
Oh,
up.
interesting. Oh, cool.
So that's their Instagram.
Oh, fun. Yeah. Shout out to them and everybody if you're interested in double. I'm going to get this right one of these times, but
Yes.
follow them because I think they're great. And one thing I did love about that, the double Dutch thing, is that they did it for both. Like she brought it to the Gorga family and then they
Right,
did it with Melissa too. So
right.
I thought that that was really interesting that kind of was like a family thing that they brought to them. So, oh my God.
You gotta love it though.
She's
Okay.
the most beautiful. I'm gonna get like I don't. How do I hold back? I love Melissa. I think she's absolutely freaking gorgeous. She's so beautiful.
Yes,
I
she is.
mean, look, can you not tell that like this is clearly what I'm trying to go for? I'm like not even close. She is so beautiful.
Sprinkle cookies, sprinkle cookie cake, you name it. Melissa's Sprinkle Cookie Company does it. And the holidays are right around the corner. So, Melissa Sprinkle Cookies, you got to love it. So, she brings sprinkle cookies to the Clark family who are vegan.
Hmm.
Okay. So, I just want to say the Gorgas family reaction to the vegan meal was hysterical but expected.
Rude a little bit. I thought the daughter was the rudest one, and I kind of thought it was funny because going back to Electra being the one that like didn't want anything to do with it, it was just really funny that she was the one that was like so skeptical of it.
Right. Yeah. And the boys were like accepting. You know what I mean?
Well, they said about one word a piece. They're like Jersey robots. So that's funny. Those kids are crazy, but well mannered. I mean, I don't know. I thought that this was so nice. I thought Melissa seemed really humble. Her family didn't, but I
No,
thought
not at
she
all.
did. One thing I noticed was she did not seem very judgmental. Like when she opened the fridge, she was more concerned about the fact that it was like fruit than the fact that it was like packed in there the way that it was. And
Right.
I just think about that. It's like sometimes I think about like, oh my God, if you opened my fridge, like what would you think about me?
What would fall on you if you open my fridge?
Imagine like a housewife, a rich housewife coming into your house right now and being like, what do these people eat? I'd be like, no, no, no.
Okay?
That's not it. This is not my house. This is all fake.
Right, exactly. It's not me. It's not me.
So I thought that she was so non-judgmental and like she adapted everything to vegan and everything. Like she was a lot more humble about it than her family was, I think.
He even did the juice cleanse. She bitched about it.
10 days. Yeah, my husband is like a workout guy and he like caught that part and he's like, well, then why are they only drinking juice? Like he's not a juice cleanse guy, I guess, but it's funny. And then the workout that lady was doing in the gym too, like
Yes.
crazy. I
Oh,
wouldn't even pretend if I was rich, I would not have. I don't. Why do you have to pretend to have a gym?
I know. I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, I liked how she went to work with Joe and she had the whole family and she got down and dirty in the mud.
Yeah,
Antonia's sitting there taking selfies,
to be expected.
of
To
course.
be expected at that point in the episode where you're like that she's not gonna budge.
Yeah, I know.
But I did think that was cool. That was where I feel like Joe kind of came around a little bit to her because
Yes.
he was really skeptical of her at first because of the rules, right? He didn't want he like didn't want to be so present, I think is what it was. But then when the woman was on his territory, all of a sudden he was like, oh, this is great. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Right.
It was just he had some sort of like he's such a like a meathead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Absolutely.
I'm like into if I had to pick like a category of all the house husbands, I think the Jersey house husbands are probably like the most my type, I guess.
Okay.
But he's just a meathead.
I just have to admit, in the beginning scene when he was sitting there with his sons and the producers are like, um, who cleans up after you? She does. Who makes your bed? She does. They were sounding like my husband and son for a minute. I'm like,
Well,
oh,
I mean, or anybody's. I mean, except for the one lady in a townhouse who has the husband who does everything, except for then it's still not clean. So, I mean, there's the give and take there, but no, I hear that. And I did think it was crazy too. They didn't say the housekeeper, you know? They
right.
said Melissa. So, props to her for I mean, we talked about this with Angie. It's like if I had that kind of money, I'm not going to my OCD is not going to be cleaning.
I know.
That's not going to be my hyperfixation is like vacuuming up after everybody.
That's why, and I don't know if this is just a cynical blogger in me. It's kind of hard for me to believe,
Oh, okay.
like with Angie and with Melissa, that this is an actual personality trait, that they do have housekeepers that keep the house
Right.
spotless.
hmm
You know what I mean?
I do agree that I'm sure, right? Because they have huge houses and I'm sure that they do have help. But I do have a couple friends I know that would probably still clean up even if they had people helping them. Just,
Right.
because it's like their personality. And I mean, Melissa, part of it might have to do like they touched on a little bit with like the loneliness because she's alone all day. And it's true. So it's like you go to the gym for a couple minutes.
Yes.
I mean, I guess if I had all day, I probably would eventually like wipe down a counter.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what else is she gonna do? I get it. I mean, I kind of understood at that point.
Make some vegan sprinkle cookies.
They looked horrible. When you pulled up the sprinkle cookie website, I was gonna be like, are they offering the vegan ones for Christmas? They looked so bad. But it was so nice that she adapted it.
Yeah.
Because last episode with the Angie episode, the food again was such a contention. But I feel like this time, like Melissa really adapted it to them.
Yes.
She didn't like force them to eat meat or something.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Angie took those other kids out to get like greasy hamburgers and milkshake. eggs.
I
That's probably a little bit more shocking to their system than like vegan pasta with vegan sauce.
right.
But
I really like this episode.
me too. I feel like I'm smiling a lot because it was so good. Melissa is so pretty and so stylish. And I love that, like, I don't know. I
Plus,
always think
a
about what the
lot of
husbands, I always think about the husbands and what they must think when
right,
she's in her like little short shorts in the kitchen or whatever. It's like, what does the husband think of like the fact that for 2 days, like, this is his wife?
right. Yeah.
I don't know how I would act. And then she's like, "Oh, you do too much. You should stay home and nap." It's like that guy doesn't want his messy ass wife to come home. He's moving in with Joe
Right.
in their cricket house. Did you notice how many times that Melissa woman or not Melissa? Who did she flip with? What's the name of the lady she
Michelle.
flipped with?
Michelle.
Michelle. Okay, did you notice how many times Michelle was like, "Wow, the construction and design of this house is so good." It's like,
I know.
bitch, she almost was like, "Oh, it's so even." It's like, "No, this is not it."
Right. Oh,
But shout out to them. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, Joe has to go to work for 12 hours a day." Sure he
yeah.
does.
That's what I mean. That, like, the
That part might have been a little bit because his two employees, not to bring race into this, but his like Latino
right,
workers, I'm
right.
assuming are probably doing a lot more of the job than him.
Yeah, I agree. Yes,
I
I
just get
agree.
that vibe from him, but he really pretended like he got in there, got all
Hmm.
dirty.
Got down and dirty in the mud. Yep. So, Phaedra did a cameo in this.
Hmm.
I like that. I like seeing Phaedra.
She looked very beautiful too. I loved the hair. Like the one girl said she looked like Elsa. I
Yes.
thought she looked beautiful.
Yes.
There was a lot of question as to why she was the cameo. They were like, is she friends with Melissa? Like they were trying to be like they're not friends or whatever. And I think I saw on Reddit that they were like, no, it's literally just because she went to Atlanta and that was an Atlanta housewife that was available to do it. So
Yes.
there's some speculation there if you want to,
And that's what.
comment on how you think their relationship is or like what you thought of that cameo. Because last week when it was Mary, I
Yes.
felt like that was like a very genuine cameo.
Exactly. But I think Phaedra was just that Atlanta housewife that was available. I don't
Hmm.
think her and Melissa are
No.
besties.
And she mentioned all the points, right? Of like, oh yeah, Melissa's always so organized.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay,
Exactly.
maybe you know that. It's very possible that you know that, but I
But
don't know. That part for me, like I loved it. I thought it was good, but I do think it might have been one of the parts that was embellished a little bit.
yes, a little more scripted than others.
Mhm.
I think that Michelle walked away with something from this experience, unlike the wife last week with Angie,
Right.
who really couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Michelle struggled with staying organized and having family time, and Melissa advised her on, once you get it all done, you just have to maintain it and just keep yourself on a routine. So I think, Michelle walked away with something, Melissa walked away with something. So I
Yeah, it
think,
was a very genuine episode.
right.
Um I think yeah, that's a tough one. Being organized is really tough. I am confused a little bit though about the family time aspect of it because she said that her family spends like every waking minute together. So that part I'm like, how do you not spend time? Yeah, like they didn't eat dinner together and they talked about how it was like they realized how important it is. But if you're with your people 24/7, like how are you not having family time? Like is it just not intentional? Everybody's just kind of doing their own thing or whatever. So I did think that was interesting. Like it wasn't so much about the time, the actual like minutes spent together. It was more about like the quality time.
Quality. Yes. Yes. I think just like as we seen like the first night when Melissa was having dinner there, how like the kids were all just jumping around the coffee table. It was kind of just grab a spot, wherever, where as Melissa's dining situation is more formal. She has like the formal table. Everybody has their spot. So I think it was more about those those things, when it comes to spending quality family time, because
Yeah.
these kids didn't have a bedtime
Yeah.
with mom and dad, every waking hour, but you would see them all being off doing their own thing.
Hmm. Yeah, I hope that Melissa's kids appreciate their mom more. And I'm just like saying that as like a woman, and
Yes.
it's like I just really hope that they appreciate her as a woman, and especially Joe, because he was giving like low-key misogyny the entire time,
Al-
naturally.
Always low
Yeah,
key.
always. But I hope that they appreciate a little bit more like the, what do they call that? It's like shoot, I'm gonna put that, I'm gonna remember like in 5 minutes, I'm gonna remember what we're talking about. But um yeah, it's like the, all the work that you do that doesn't get paid, you don't get paid for.
Right. Yeah. Um, I hope that they appreciate her more, because I feel like Joe in particular, because like you say, he's a meatball and he has these traditional Italian values,
Mhm.
kind of takes her for granted, My bed's always going to be made. There's always going to be dinner on the table, it's on the table when I come home from work. I work 12 hours a day, and the other thing that reminded me, and I hate to admit this, when she said that Joey never changed a diaper in his life. I'm like, oh, this is all way too familiar.
Oh my god. Yeah, maybe it's an East Coast thing.
I don't
Is
know.
that what those East Coast men are like? I don't know. Thank God, Midwestern men are a little bit more,
I was
I
like,
don't know,
"Oh,
something, but
is my husband related to Joey Gorga somehow? But my husband's not Italian.
I hope that for you, because then Melissa could come over. I want her to come over and like organize my house. Can you imagine coming home and Melissa's there being like, "Oh, I just organized all your stuff. So if you want to start from here, that'd be
I
good."
know, right?
I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you." Like I would love to wipes off with her. She looked so good though. This is what I care. This is what this is what I care about in a housewife as opposed to what other people care about in a housewife. Every single time she's on the screen, I'm like, where is that shirt from? Where are her pants from? Who did her makeup? Did she do her hair herself? Is that extensions? How expensive are her shoes? What bag is that? This is like, and she really feeds people who are looking for that,
Okay,
and laugh
okay.
all you want, but
I
the
get it.
the
I
the
get it.
origins
Okay.
of housewives,
That's
that's
not
the origins of
necessarily what
housewives.
I look at, but that's what I have you for, girl.
Oh, yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like the origins of housewives, and I kind of always talk about this, is that I think that there should be a level, with all kind of like successful reality stars in a sense, is that there should be like an aspirational level, not on like a TLC show maybe, but like on these shows that was maybe a little shady, but I mean on the shows of like a little higher class. I
Right.
think that a level of aspiration is really key for me. And so
Okay.
for like for me to be able to be like, they're doing something that like is they're more organized, more stylish, more rich, more fancy, more glamorous, than me
Right.
it kind of, it lends to the escapism, I think, and then it just and lends to the fun of it, right? Because those
And
are the
that's
things that
what
I
this is
find
supposed
fun.
to be, escapism.
Yes.
Reality TV is supposed to
Yes.
be escapism.
Yeah.
The
We'll touch
TLC,
on that a little bit because you had
yeah,
mentioned that they got a little serious
and
topics on another
TLC,
show.
you're right. I mean, TLC hasn't been so much escapism. with their reality TV. It's been like on the heavy side. Even shows that started out as like escapism, like 90 Day Fiance, in the past 5 years, I want to say since the pandemic, it's been on the heavy side, but this is supposed to be my escapism TV.
Did you watch Welcome to Plathville?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I think that like Lydia marrying a gay guy and then her brothers like beating each other up because they're like crazy girlfriends all called each other sluts like at this gay guy's wedding to their sister. I mean, that doesn't happen to me. I escaped while I was watching that. Like I haven't that's not something that's been going on in my family recently.
Right, that's
So
true.
so I thought that was heavy though. You're right, heavy.
Yes.
Like heavy, but I have to plug. I just think Plathville last season brilliant. I just do. I think it was hilariously brilliant. I think everybody really brought their personality to the table on that season.
Brilliant trash TV at its finest.
Well, TLC is really good for that.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They are. That's why they're supposed to be the learning channel, but they're actually the lurid channel.
Oh. Yeah, it is a lot of shock and awe. I think
Yes,
like
it is.
very early like Duggars and stuff like that really, poisoned the pot. Like it used to be like you would learn because remember like A Baby Story and were
Yes.
you into those like Wedding
Oh,
Story and all that?
yes, I was. Yes, I
Yeah, that so you did learn. And then they were like, "Hey, here's the
was.
Duggars." And then
One,
all of a sudden it was like, "What are these freaks doing?"
well, the trashiest TV on TLC would be Honey Boo Boo
A
and
classic.
oh
We would be nowhere without it.
my big fat gypsy wedding.
Okay.
Okay, those were the trashiest TV shows back in the day.
Do you
And
remember
then
the armpit shaver? The
yes,
girl who shaved, they like made her all do this and then she'd go and shave all the people's armpits. That's like the number one thing I remember from that
yeah,
show.
yeah, it's fucking classics. And
Yes.
it was just
Everything is good for something at some
I know.
point, I feel like.
Okay, so since you're
Cute!
obsessed with Melissa, we have some cute pictures
It's
of
always so funny how they like immediately look like a family, you know? Like the guy and her, they look married, and then those look like it could be their kids. He's not mad about it at all. This is hilarious.
isn't it?
Joe is one of those guys that'll like be nice to somebody as like a joke.
Yes.
So it's like I
Absolutely.
can't even know if I can take him seriously with this. Like, cause he would kiss her to be like, isn't this hilarious?
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
Okay, and they all had a watch party together.
Oh, cute. Oh, all of them, like both together? Nice.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, so this is the first time that the kids and the husband are at Melissa's house, right?
Yes.
You want to say hi?
Hi, honey. What's your name?
I'm so happy they see
Everything good?
And then there's another little clip of them.
All right, we're all here watching the episode.
And we really like each other.
This is the fam now. We'll be doing pasta Sundays. That's it. They're part of the fam. I keep crying. Oh, love it.
Cute.
Yes, very
But that's what I mean, is like Joe, and he's like, we all like each other. It freaks me out a little bit because it's like, is he serious? Or is he being sarcastic?
I know. I know.
I don't know. I think she means it, but I always question his motives a little bit, I
Yes.
think.
Yes, so do I. I question Joe sometimes.
That was really cute, though. I'm glad that like they got to go back to Melissa's house. It's funny they never meet back up at the other person's house.
Right, I know,
They're
right?
not piling into that lady's freaking townhouse or whatever, sitting on little foldable chairs.
Right? Oh my God, too funny. So, the next thing I want to show is Melissa talking about possible reconciliation with Teresa
Mm-hmm.
because since they're so big on family values, you know.
Correct. Well, that's what they're known for. That and sauce.
Right, exactly. And
That's what I
sprinkle
think of when I think of Teresa and Melissa. Sauce and family values.
and sprinkle cookies.
Yeah.
You can't forget the sprinkle cookies. They're fucking iconic.
And I'm always going to be team family, always. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. I do think for all of our children's sake, I would love for everyone to get to a place of healing, and I would never root for this to go on forever. Never. That's just, it's not any way to live, and it's no way that I want my children to see, because we need to lead by example, right? So I'm always for healing and to be continued. I think it's been enough time that maybe there's room for conversation. That's a tough question because, I feel like we need to get there, but that show has always, the core of that show has always been family. And it is hard to imagine it without being about the family, right? So we'll see. Bravo will decide. I feel like everyone secretly thinks we're going to get this big announcement. And I'm like, are we? Like, I'm at Bravo offices today. I feel like snooping in their drawers or something, but I know as much as you do. That's what's so crazy. They know better than to tell us anything. They didn't tell us anything. To begin with, I never really wanted this. And
So,
Bravo is done. Bravo's like, you guys figure this shit out now. We're
do
over
you
it.
think we have another season or
Oh, yeah. Oh, for
okay.
sure. Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Now they have to wrap all this up. They have to be like, oh, yeah, we made up
Right.
randomly because we just chose family because we're so about family, not because Andy Cohen told them to.
Right, exactly.
But you know what? I want to see I want to see a post feud jersey because I think Melissa, I tweeted today that I think that, well, I didn't, this wasn't how I worded it. This was what I was going to say originally. So I'll say it here. I don't think that the hate for her would be as strong if this feud wasn't going on. I don't think she's ever really had a chance to like have the fan base because everybody thinks that it's like Teresa versus Melissa, and Teresa's such a like big kind of an iconic, like who's gonna not pick her, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean
This
I wouldn't, but
season.
that's the argument, right? And so like I think that with that healed, it would
Mhm.
be really interesting to see how they, like, if Melissa finally gets a storyline, quote unquote.
Right, because her storyline from her first season is feuding with Teresa, and this the deck has been stacked against her. You're right. Like she's never had a chance to establish her own fan base, establish her own personality because not for nothing when we think of Melissa, what do we think?
Yeah, and even Girls Trip. Like I thought she was really great on Girls Trip. I thought it really gave an, like, she compared to Teresa. I thought it was like the meme of the people on the bus where it's like the one person sees everything as happy and like the one person sees everything as crabby or whatever. I
Yeah.
thought Teresa came into that with like a really negative energy, and it made Melissa, I thought, look so much more fun compared to that. Like her party that she threw, this is like a way throwback, but her party that she threw was like a pajama party, and it was like really fun, and like she really got in there with the other wives. And I
Yes.
feel like once you hit the level of like Teresa, you're not really the same kind of housewife in the sense that some of the other ones are. People aren't going to talk to you the same. You're not going to have the same kind of real storylines anymore.
Because there's always one negative Nelly in every storyline franchise. And Teresa has reached that point. She has long reached that point.
Yeah. Yeah, she's poisoned the well a little bit.
Yeah, she
And
has.
nobody will say it. Nobody will say it
Oh no,
because
of
she's
course
so
not.
iconic. And it's like, yeah, but there's lots of people that are iconic that do, maybe not the right thing or make like not always the right choices or
Right.
whatever.
I know. So, do we have any other thoughts about this wife swap episode besides that it was fucking fantastic?
Yeah. This specific episode was really great. The preview of the Emily episode makes me
Let's talk
very
about that.
nervous.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's
But
talk
as
about.
far as the Melissa, I think we're off to a good start with the 1-2. Like so far it's like increasingly getting even more genuine, which was nice.
Right.
And one thing. So at the end of this episode, they showed the recap of like 1 month later. Did I just miss that on the last episode, or did they not do one?
I think they did not do one. If
Because
I
we talked about like we didn't get to see like the aftermath of like what the people reacted to and stuff. But I did notice in this episode they did like a 1 month later of
right.
like how, did they learn anything? And then there was like the little recap at the end, like they do on the Housewives, the finales where they're like,
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Melissa continued to go crazy, but she's really trying to chill or whatever. So I wish they would have done that on Angie's episode, and I'm not quite sure why it was cut like
Right.
that, but that's my last thing. Is I hope they do follow-ups with the other ones.
Right. Yes. Yes. Definitely. So next week's trailer looks fucking wild. Emily, poor Emily. That's all I have to say.
Poor everyone else for having to watch her on this. Like, I'm not even an Emily. Like, I try to defend her because my thing is like, if it's just fat shaming, period, boring, not a good critique of someone. Like, not don't just call her a whale who like dresses like, she's not wearing like the right clothes for her or whatever. It's too easy. That's too easy. This episode coming out is going to show you real reasons, why to critique her, kind of what we talked about a little bit with how she's been kind of critiqued for maybe some of the ways that she parents her children too. So
Right.
I think that we're going to get something. We're going to get something real. It's not going to just be like, oh, she's too big for that outfit or whatever. Like
Right.
I
Exactly.
think she's going to actually be like a horrendous person.
Oh gosh. Yep. So we shall see.
That I just don't see her. It's bad. You saw the commercial, right? Like I didn't see 1 ounce of like maybe it'll turn around. Maybe it'll all turn around.
Yeah. Maybe they're just showing the worst highlights.
We'll be sitting here in a week being like crying, being like, that was the most amazing episode
Right,
ever.
exactly. I hope.
I hope.
Okay. So speaking of Next Gen NYC,
Yes.
this was on um Instagram that apparently Riley and Georgia got into a heated argument, and allegedly Riley threw a glass at Georgia.
Yeah, the accounts that get paid to post shit had a crazy day with this one. I hope everyone really banked their money with this post because I saw it everywhere. Everywhere. Like they really, really were told to push this one. It's gonna leak probably. Somebody in my comments said, you throw a glass at somebody while they're filming, it's gonna leak. Somebody's gonna say something.
Of course.
But that's all allegedly at this point too. Like we don't necessarily know if that's what happened.
Right. But I feel that there's going to be a narrative I could see already for this new season of Next Gen, which is filming right now. And I don't like it that they are portraying Riley as the angry black chick, because they tried to do a little bit of that last season when she got angry at Charlie, and they try to go down that road, and in my opinion I'm seeing a pattern now because allegedly her and Georgia got into an argument over Riley's drinking, and they're a group of 20 somethings. Don't they all drink? Don't they all drink to a certain level of excess? I mean, you're 20 something. I could barely remember my 20s. You're closer to your 20s than I am.
Bless you, but barely.
Drinking to excess. So this, alleged confrontation where Georgia is confronting Riley about her drinking. I'm like, huh? And then,
That's kind of the problem in the sense that throwing a drink on somebody, that used to be like, I mean, look at what just happened on Salt Lake City.
mhm,
Meredith poured a drink in Brittany's lap, and
mhm,
that was like, everyone was like, yay, yay, she did that, how iconic. And then Riley allegedly does this, and this is where the narrative goes, whether that's the narrative that they're trying to, like, that the show's consciously trying to push, or if
right.
that's just like what the fans kind of pick up on. But it's hard when you see contrasts like that.
Yes.
And in my opinion of the whole thing, and like I said before, we were talking off the camera, and this is a very privileged place to come from, but like, I really just wish it was somebody threw a glass at somebody and that is good television. I can't wait to see what happens next. Or even better, I don't want to know about any of this before the season starts.
Exactly.
Right, but now it's
Why all
it's
delete?
it's
Like,
tainted in a way with these conversations, and it has to happen. Like I said, I'm like completely, like, I get it. I'm not trying to be ignorant. It's just like we said with the escapism, it would be nice if, like, the kids maybe did their part, like, if all these microaggressions are happening,
right,
that could probably stop.
right, exactly.
I mean, they're giving them the content, right?
Right. Yeah, stop giving them the content.
Yeah, I'm a Charlie apologist, but he definitely earned, like, the skepticism from the people who, we keep talking about the microaggressions or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He's that vibe for sure.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Like I'm not a Charlie fan. The way
Okay.
that he acted
Yeah,
first
yeah. I
and
think he's a necessary evil. I think that the show I think he's a really good reality TV character on its own, and so I think that that's really good for the show.
right.
We were talking like before, just off the cuff or whatever, and I said that, in a different context, like in the context of like 15 years ago, he would be lumped in with like a Spencer Pratt. He would
Yes.
be seen as that on the hills. Right. And I'm not saying that, they didn't really get into race conversations on the hills because everyone was white. So, we're making improvements there. But I don't know. I think he needs to learn his lesson, but I think he also needs to keep stoking the fire. And especially with Ariana and Hudson being broken up, I think this is like a necessary thing that needs to play out, just to kind of give us a little drama,
Right, of course.
Not everybody, especially not when they're 28 or whatever, is going to be. He has no media training, Thank God. This is season 1, right?
Right,
We'll
exactly.
see what all these people are acting like in a couple seasons.
Yeah, I know. I know. Okay, so Ashley had something happen to her that doesn't happen to her often or doesn't happen to her at all. Someone slid into her DMs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're talking about that? I
Yeah.
haven't even, like, officially talked to that person about it.
So who slid into your DMs, girl?
Donnie Osmond's cousin, Jared Osmond.
The Jared Osmond,
The Jared Osmond.
Salt Lake City Housewives. Okay.
Salt Lake City icon.
Yeah. Voice of the unicorn last night. That
Yeah,
unicorn,
there's a question, is whose idea was that?
that unicorn was creepy. I'm sorry.
They have those at Build-A-Bear because I've
I
seen
know.
so many like videos, like reels or whatever. You can't say like sexual or like violent or like anything off color. You can't put
Mhm.
that into the little recording. And so there's all these funny videos of guys like saying really sexual stuff and then being like, you can't put that, you can't put that. That's what I imagine the Jared Osmond, like the take one was
Yeah.
probably like, oh, Bradley. And then he had to change it.
So we will be speaking to Jared about a possible appearance on this channel, and Ashley and I will do a joint interview. And I know I am, like Ashley says, the old pro at this, and she is very, very nervous. But we're going to put this together, and hopefully, we will have Jared Osman.
It's definitely a very real possibility.
Right.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, do you want to do an interview again?" And I'm like, "Wow. Well, we didn't do an interview the first time, but like, sure."
Yeah.
I haven't written him back yet though. So the interview, I'm just like here we go, piggy banking on my like famous friend over here. And she was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it together. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. Like, I can talk to Jared Osmond with like a buddy next to me. So
Yeah.
let's do it.
It'll just be
Let's
sitting here.
let's manifest it. Let's manifest like Jared Osmond, and let's manifest me like not recording in my porch.
There we go. There we go.
Mm.
But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to talk to Jared because, like you were saying, it would be fun to get his perspective on Brittany's personality.
Mhm.
She's not very well liked. She brings the entertainment, but she's not in
I
my
think she's such an easy person for them to shit on, like as far as everyone will be fighting with each other. And then it's like they all turn and are like, shut up, Brittany. It's like the great equalizer, I don't think anybody's really on Brittany's team right now except for Jared Osmond. So it'll be
Yes,
interesting to, well, or not. I don't know. Who knows? They're like so
Jared.
on and off. That has to be for TV, right? I guess we'll find out.
Yes, yes.
I just need to know, like, I don't know. People are like, oh, she just said this about Jared Osmond so that she can be famous on television. And it's like, is that famous? I mean, yeah. Did he have like a career besides Donny Osmond?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to do my research.
We're gonna have to research.
You
I
know,
forgive you ahead of time, Mr. Osmond, if you've had like a amazing career. I'm about to find out about it.
yes. We're gonna do our research and we're gonna manifest this.
He's the real star now.
You guys, okay? We're gonna manifest this, and there you go. I'm trying to think, was there anything else I wanted to talk about?
One thing I did want to go back to the Next Gen NYC really quick. I misspoke last week. I said that Hudson wasn't coming back. I did read a Bravo thing that said that he is confirmed to come back. So they did break up before the filming started. So I'm assuming that that he'll just be there and it'll be awkward or whatever. So I don't
Yes,
know like if he's gonna have his own scenes or like what that's gonna be like. It's not gonna be necessary. It's probably gonna be like the aftermath of their breakup, but
right,
he is not gone. He is going to be on the season. And then I also said that they're not pushing any new people, and they aren't yet. I think it's too early to say that. There is a guy that's been tagged in some of like the cast, like an extra friend. You know how it's always like the whole
right.
cast and then like the extra guy, and you're like,
Yeah,
who's that guy? So
yeah,
there is a guy, somebody, who they may introduce, but they're not doing it yet. It's been what, 2 weeks of filming,
yes, yes.
so I think that it's just maybe too early to tell. Although I am interested that they floated that story so quickly.
I know.
And someone was like, oh, it's to get people hyped. Next Gen NYC was the most watched show on Bravo last whatever.
Right.
And why is that story about Riley being all like aggressive? Why is that the story that's supposed to get people hyped? Hyped about what? Right?
Good point. Good point. Yeah.
It's not. I did not repost that article, but nobody pays me to, so
That's there you go.
I'll let them deal with that.
So make sure you guys follow Ashley
Oh, I did it right this time. It's opposite.
on Twitter.
Yeah, do that.
that's where she be at. So make
Yeah.
sure you guys.
That's my header, the infamous time that Paige DeSorbo told me to chill.
Yes, yes.
That's like my like that. I live for that. That will be my header until Jared Osmond tells me I'm great.
Yes, yes,
To my face.
yes. And he tweets
Yeah, there we go.
that
Screenshot, proof, receipt, timeline.
best interviewer when it comes to Bravo Trash TV.
Yeah, and the best interview when it comes to busting open TLC gossip and getting into the craziness. Girl,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there, but there are some shady people out there.
Oh, yes, there are. Yes, there are. So I guess that's it.
Great place to end.
Yes. Thank
Another day of not being shady.
you. Yes.
Well, we were shady talking, but we're not shady people.
Exactly. We're good people with good intentions that just get messy sometimes.
Yeah. It's a great place to end. We are good people.
Right?
The end.
Exactly.
Good night to you and good night to Jared Osmond.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. See you next week.